You ready? We will not lose, let it sink in. Never back down, we don't play around. Coming for the dub and the crown. Battle for the win, we the kingpin. We will not lose, let it sink in. Never back down, we don't play around. Coming for the dub and the crown. We will not lose, let it sink in.
Hello and welcome to this week's Game Changers. I'm your host, Lauren Burgess.
And I'm your host, Shelby Schaubel. With the school year winding down, so is the spring sports season for Special Olympics.
But before we say goodbye to the spring sports season, we have two more track meets in Southeast Kansas.
The first of those events was held on April 28th at the Plaster Center in Pittsburgh, the Southeast Regional Traditional Track and Field Meet.
And this event is geared toward adult Special Olympics Kansas athletes, so let's take a look at the action. Starting off with running and walking, athletes had the opportunity if they want to run. As you can see in the video, these athletes are deciding to run, but athletes also had the opportunity to walk, and as you can now see in the video, these athletes are walking. And I think what I see from this video is just the consistency and kind of just like the pace of their running. How important is consistency when it comes to track and field, Shelby?
Yeah, I mean, it is very important to be consistent. I mean, with anything in life, you're going to have to work towards it, bring consistency when it comes to effort and getting better and putting forth the work to get better and improve to see the types of results that you want. Well, now let's hear from one of the athletes who won big at the event.
You've got a couple of gold medals on right now. How did you get those?
Running,
Yeah?
walking, so I did.
The next event that we're going to is called the short distance. I think the best way to describe this is between a 100-meter dash and a 200-meter dash, like a 150-meter dash. And from the video, you can kind of hear the people just cheering, screaming, just all the support. We talked about it in previous episodes, Shelby, but what does support kind of just mean to people as an athlete?
I mean, it's just kind of like the cherry on top to all the hard work that you've put in, getting the results and getting that positive feedback just kind of reinforces that, like, you're getting that support, your work is definitely being rewarded, not only from your results, but also the people around you are, getting that acknowledgement is always nice and fun. Now let's hear from one of the athletes who talks about her favorite part about competing.
It's fun, and everybody had a good time and enjoyed themselves too, yes.
What was the best part of it all?
This team was friends, and just seeing everybody, and I got my family here too. My family's here, my sister's here, yeah. I enjoyed it all, yeah.
The next event is more of a field event, which is softball throw, but I want to go back to that support from the last event. I think the environment was so electric, it just allowed these athletes to truly just perform to their best ability. And as you can see from these athletes at the softball throw, they kind of have their medals that they've won from previous events around their necks. How important is it to just be celebrating your own wins?
I think, while it's nice to have the support from other people, a lot of this comes from within. You're the one putting in the work, you're the one putting in the effort, putting in the effort when people aren't there to support you, and kind of those are the days that really count and really matter. So I think it's just as important to show support for yourself as it is to kind of receive that support from loved ones and friends. We talked to one athlete who has been competing with Special Olympics for a while and has big goals.
So I enjoy this. I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing the Special Olympics for like a long time.
Yeah?
Since 2001.
All right. What award are you hoping to come away with today?
I'm hoping for a gold.
Gold? What? How? Do you have a bunch of gold from the past?
Yes, I have, yes.
Are you able to give me a number?
25.
One of the events featured at the track meet was the javelin throw.
And if you're not familiar with how that event works, here's one of the athletes to explain it more.
Are you excited for javelin?
Yeah.
Explain that. Explain javelin for somebody who
To
may not
throw it, the thing, and get points before I throw it.
Thank you so much, Richard. And since he set that event up for us perfectly, let's just dive right into the highlights. As you can see, the javelin kind of has a different material than the usual. It's more like foam-like, but I think being indoors kind of helps that it is foam-like. You're not dealing with outside factors of like the weather, you know. How is track and field kind of impacted when it's outdoor versus indoor, Shelby?
I mean, it's huge. Like, certain events you can only do outside for the most part. Obviously, this is a little bit different because it's kind of a replication of kind of what the event is, but it's not the full, you know, event in itself. But if it's raining outside, you can't really sprint because you can slip and fall and hurt yourself. Also, you know, if it's too hot, then you have to be careful because athletes can get dehydrated or just deal with heat-induced illnesses, and that's always not good. But then when it's inside, you know, you don't have to deal with factors like rain and all the bad stuff like that. So let's now hear from one of the athletes about what he enjoyed most about the track meet.
So, was it an exciting day?
It was fun hanging out with the team, working together, having fun.
Well, a jam-packed show and our last adult track meet in Southeast Kansas this spring.
Yeah, but we have one more track meet to share next week. We'll take you to the Unified Southeast Kansas Track and Field Meet featuring students from across Southeast Kansas.
See you next week.
Watch me like